Guys, it's Ricky. I just wanted to tell you guys about my night. It is currently 3 a.m. and I actually had a really, really good night, and I didn't think I would. Basically, okay, it's like night kind of involves like a story time. So, if anyone remembers from last year when I made a couple videos about that curse I was under, where every time I saw my friend's boyfriend, I would embarrass myself in front of him for some reason. um, that friend, so not the boyfriend, but the friend, the girl, um, I saw her on campus, and I was like holding open a door for like people, and like she walked by, and I was like, oh my god, I miss you, like I'll see you soon, and I was like on the phone, and I was like we need to hang out like really quickly in passing. She was like, I'll text you, and I was like, okay, great, and I walked away, and I was like, that's not gonna happen. She is not texting me, but it was a nice sentiment regardless. And a couple days later, I'm on Instagram and I checked my DMs, and I had a DM from 2 days ago where she was like, "Hi, I'd love to like hang out or catch up with you." And then I hadn't replied, and then on that day, even though hadn't replied in 2 days, she sent me an invite to her birthday party, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like she kept her word. And I literally am obsessed with this girl. Like I love her so much. I think she's so kind and nice and gorgeous and cool. She's like one of the coolest people on earth, and like so inclusive. Like just like I'll get into that, but um, I just think she's so cool. But yeah, her boyfriend. Basically, if you need a quick refresher, her boyfriend is the most normal person I've ever met, and normal men intimidate me. Like they need to be a little weird for me to like strike up a conversation with him, and he is the most normal, tall, stunning man. And it's not like I have a crush on him or I'm like attracted to him. It's just like he's like so normal that it like makes me feel weird, and then I get intimidated, and then I get weird and awkward and quiet, and like it's very weird. Um, so anyway, I was very anxious about this party, especially because this party is not just my one friend's birthday party; it's a duo party, and the other girl I don't know, and I don't really know this girl's friends. Um, so I really wanted to go because I love this girl, and I would love to go to a little party, but like I was like, I'm not gonna know anyone here. Like this is gonna be horrible, but I decided to go anyway, and I saw on the little invite that it said like someone I know is going, and so I texted her and I was like, "Hey, did you want to maybe pull up together?" And she was like, "Yes, of course." So I went to that friend's dorm, and but before this, I was so incredibly anxious. Like, guys, my heart was racing. Had to lay down on this couch and just be like, "Oh my god, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? This is gonna be horrible. I'm gonna embarrass myself. I'm gonna embarrass myself in front of her boyfriend. I'm gonna embarrass myself in front of her, and I'm gonna embarrass myself in front of this whole party. Like, what the fuck am I doing? What the fuck is my outfit? What the fuck is wrong with me? Like, I need to not go." And then I went, because that's the only way to get through anxiety is just like do the thing that you're very, very stressed about. In my case, at least. So then I went and met up with my friend, and we hung out kind of for like 45 minutes before, just because like she was getting ready and like her roommate was getting ready, and then we all walked to the actual girls' party, and it was so fun. And there were like streamers, and she made me a soda, and um, that was fun. And like I was kind of standing off to the side when I first walked in because she was like hugging everyone, and she was like, "Oh, come in, come in, come in," and she just like kind of like grabbed my back and like pulled me in, and I like really appreciated that because I was just like off to the side, and she, I don't know, it was just very nice of her. And then she kind of kept up that energy the whole time because then I ended up like my two friends that I walked in with like kind of saw people they knew and were talking to them, and they were still being nice to me, but like they were involved in conversation. So I kind of just walked to the corner and was like sipping my soda and watching cup pong. And she walked over and she was like, "Oh my god, what's new with you? You're writing articles for the school newspaper." And I was like, "Yeah." And she also got like a position at my job, so she was telling me about that, and she was really nice. And yeah, she was just really really nice to me. And then she like walked away because it's her birthday, but she kept coming back and like saying hi to me and like talking, like entertaining me, and just being really great. And then eventually I didn't see her for a while, and I was kind of like alone for like 20 minutes ish. And nobody was talking to me, and I was kind of smiling and like being nice to everyone, but like I literally could not for the life of me like strike up a conversation. Everyone kind of seemed to know each other, and I just like didn't. Um, and I was like smile. I was like I had my soda, and I was just like And then I found a balloon, so I was like playing with a balloon, and then I was like, "What the fuck am I doing?" I'm playing with a balloon in the corner, and I got a little embarrassed. And then I saw this girl after about like 20 minutes of this. I saw that maybe even longer. I saw this girl who had a Jigglypuff necklace, and Jigglypuff is Pokemon for anyone who doesn't know. And I was like, "Oh my god, Jigglypuff! Like I love Pokemon." And she was like, "Oh my god, I just love like all the cute ones, but my boyfriend knows all of them. He's right here." And she like pointed at this guy, and me, and this couple, we talked about Pokemon for like 45 minutes. I talked about my favorites. They talked about their favorites. We all added each other on Pokemon Go. Then they followed me on Instagram. I followed them on Instagram. Then we sent each other gifts on Pokemon Go. Then we showed each other Pokemon Go teams. And then like I told them what plushies I have, and they told me like what they like, and like it was just crazy. The boy liked the really strong ones. The girl liked the really cute ones, but not the same cute ones I like. Like I really like Togepi, and Togepi's kind of a weird cute one. She really liked like the cute little pink feminine ones. Nothing too weird like Eevee, which Eevee isn't pink, but like that type of vibe. Um, and this whole party, right? I'm kind of strategically avoiding my friend's boyfriend because that's the guy I'm cursed against, and I didn't want to embarrass myself. Like not like going out of my way to avoid him, but like not saying hi, not walking to his area, and he's not really interacting with me, so like I'm getting away with it. But eventually, party is starting to wind down. Okay, and I end up at this table, um, and he is at this table, and he walks up to me and he's like, "What's up, Ricky?" And normally when I spot him in my life, my heart just starts racing at this point. Like I'm just conditioned, and I know that sounds like I like him, but I don't like him. I swear to God, I don't. But just I've embarrassed myself in front of him. I think probably at least 10 times by this point. Like it's really, really, really bad that my like body has a physical reaction when I see him that like, oh okay, you're gonna embarrass yourself. Um, so it starts to get really, really anxious. But by this time, I had sipped on my soda for enough this entire party and like refilled my soda and got more soda. So I was feeling very chill and social, and my social anxiety was like essentially gone. Um, hold on, I'm so thirsty. Okay. Um, and so he walks up to me. He's like, "Hey, Ricky, like, what's up?" And I was like, "Hi." And then he was like, "I like your hat." And by this point in the party, someone had donated to me a birthday hat to go like over like this, and I was wearing it on top of this, and I was like, "Which one?" And he kind of did a double take because he was looking down at the table, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't even notice you had two. Whoa." And I was like, "Yeah." And then he read this, and he's from New York, and this is a New York music festival that I went to, and he was like, "Did you go to Gov Ball?" And I was like, "Yeah, I went this year." He was like, "Whoa, who'd you see?" And I started telling him everyone I saw, and I think he asked about the price or something, and we were just talking about that, and I wasn't embarrassing myself at all, and I wasn't even thinking like I wasn't even scared of embarrassing myself. Like I was just very, very chill, and then he was like he could tell the party was winding down, so he was like, "What are you doing after this?" And I was like, I don't know, because I knew everyone else was going to the bar, but we're all like under 21, and I don't have a fake ID. So I was like, I don't know, I don't have a fake, so I don't know. And he was like, just chilling, and I was like, yeah. And then after that, I kind of thought about how pathetic that sounds. Like literally everyone at this party is leaving to go to the bar, and then he was like, "What are you doing? Chilling?" And I was like, "Yeah." So he probably thought I was just gonna end up going home alone. But by this point, my soda had affected me to a pretty extreme degree. Not to an extreme degree that was bad, but to honestly, a very fun degree, which is very rare, I feel like, for a soda to get you right at the level where you're fun but not embarrassing yourself, you know? And so I was hyped. I did not want to just go home and be chilling. So I end up walking out with the people I came in with, and they were going to go to the bar. But I told them that my friends were at a frat, which you don't have to be over 21 to go to. And they were like, "Oh, you know what? Let's stop by there." So we all walked, me and these two girls, we walked to this frat. And then they also had planned, they were just going to stop by the frat and then go to the bar, but like kind of drop me off at the frat because my friends were there. So we all walk in the cold to this frat, and I find my friends. Guys, when I tell you, the frat music was amazing. I never thought I would say these words in my life. Okay, I don't think I've ever once like heard a song in a frat that I actually like. Okay, it was banger after banger. There was Party in the USA. I don't remember the rest, but I just remember singing and dancing, and like everyone's dancing and everyone's hands are in the air. Like put your hands on the playing my song, and everyone's hands went up, and like everyone's just smiling and like laughing, and like also the lighting in this frat was crazy. Most of the time, every time I've gone to a frat, it's like there's at least one light that's like constant. Like there will be flashing lights, but there's like one overarching like blue light, so you can always see everything that's going on. This frat did not have that for some reason, and I've been to this frat before and it's had that, so I don't know what happened to this light, but it was only the flashing light. So like every other second, everything would be pitch dark, and then it would flash with like red or blue, and it honestly added to the experience so much. I felt like I was in that like Saltburn scene with Jacob Elordi when he's like, I don't know, whatever. Um, and it was just so fun and like low key epileptic, but it was a vibe, especially with the good music. And we were just like dancing and singing, and I was just like, the soda had gotten me to the perfect amount of excitedment, like the sugar high of it all. Um, and it was great because it's really easy to overdo that when you're consuming sugar. But I didn't. And by this point, I didn't have any new sodas because I just had what I had at my friend's party in her dorm before. So now I was at the frat party, and me and my friends were together, and we were like having so much fun. And after probably like an hour or like two, we left to go get pizza on this place on Main Street, and we got pizza and we got a booth, and then we sat down, and I was just like thinking about my night, like in like in perspective, and I was like, okay, this was pretty much a great night. I mean, I was a little awkward at the party originally before my soda had given me that sugar high, but I wasn't like too awkward, like no one was really looking at me. And then once I got talking about like Pokemon, I was great. The only thing I really did that's kind of embarrassing is I told that boy I'm cursed against that I'm just gonna go back to the dorm and be chilling alone because first of all that's not true. Like I just went to a party and got lit. And second of all, this is kind of embarrassing when everyone else is at the bar. Like that just makes me seem like a fucking loser. So I'm thinking about this, right? And I'm eating my pizza. First of all, most amazing pizza I've ever had in my life. Not kidding. Like, and I had two slices, and I was like, I could not talk. I was like so focused on like the amazingness of this pizza. Like, guys, oh my god. But anyway, so I'm thinking about this, and my booth is like right at the door, and someone walks in to this pizza place, and it is the boy I am cursed against. Okay, not the girl, not any of the party, because like the bar is right next to the pizza place. And he walks in and kind of like scopes out the scene just to like investigate the pizza place. I think to see maybe if there was like an open table. And he sees me. And he's like, "Oh hey Ricky, what's up?" I'm like, "Hi," like nothing much. Um, and then he kind of like walked back out and left. And I was just like, yes, yes. He saw me not just chilling in the dorm, like he saw me at a table with five of my friends, just like eating pizza hours later. Like I'm not a fucking loser. And obviously, it doesn't matter if I did just go home and chill in the dorm afterwards, but just like the combination of being kind of awkward at this party and constantly embarrassing myself in front of this man for like years at this point, and then also just like him asking me what I was doing and me saying I'm chilling while they're all going out and partying and I couldn't because I didn't have a fake. Like it just was very embarrassing for me. So for me to like debunk that later on the night, like it really was such a confidence boost to me, and it really just made my night that much better. Like I didn't think my night could get much better because I went from like dorm party to frat party to pizza place, and it was just like, and I went through so many different friend groups too. Like I went to my friend's dorm party with these three girls, and then like at the dorm party I like met up with the Pokemon people and like talked to them and met them, and then I met this other group too, and like I was just meeting people, and then me and these two girls like walked to the other party, and then I left them and found my friends, which they're my friends too, but I found like my best friends, and then me and my best friends went to the pizza place, and it was just like I just kept like side questing and getting new people, and it literally felt like it's such a random analogy, but like Pokemon, like Ash, how he always like switches friend groups every couple seasons completely, like it felt like that, but like in one night, like I just kept switching friend groups all the time. Um, and it was amazing. And not in a like ditching them way. Like they would be on their own side quests, and they'd be like, "Bye, Ricky. Like, hope you're having fun." And I'd be like, "I'm having the most fun ever." And it was just so fun, and I can't believe how fun it was. Like when I think about how incredibly, cripplingly anxious I was about it before, because I literally there was probably like a good hour where my heart was racing and I couldn't do anything, and I was like, okay, I have to clean my room, and I couldn't clean my room because I couldn't move because my heart was racing so bad, and then I was like, let me clean my room just to get this energy out of me, but I literally couldn't. Like I kind of put a couple shirts away, and then like it was just actually horrible, and I'm so dramatic and socially anxious, and I think maybe this was good for my social anxiety. Like maybe it'll help it go away. Who knows? I don't know if social anxiety actually goes away. I literally don't know. But it was just a really great time. And then tomorrow I'm gonna text the people that I was mainly with and just like, hi, I had so much fun. We need to do something again, which was the sentiment most people said to me. Like most of them were like, oh my god, we need to actually like do something again instead of like a huge like party like this. Like I want to hang out with you one on one. So it was just a great environment. And I also had this list that I made at the beginning of the semester, like a month ago, of like it's called Ricky's World Tour, and it's all colorful and pens, and it's like people that friends I have that I haven't been like prioritizing, or like friends I made like first semester, freshman year, and like haven't seen in a while. Just because I was thinking about my friends and I was like a little unfulfilled in my friendships, I was like, okay, like I love all my friends, but like there's nothing like exciting to me about this. Like I know them all very well, and I was like, I need to prioritize like kind of those random people who I love to hang out with, but like just haven't had time to, or like they live in a different part of campus now, or maybe they commute now, but like they're still on campus a lot, and I could like arrange something with them, you know. Um, and I saw a lot of those people tonight, and so that was great. I get to cross off a lot of people off that list, and I'm very very excited about that. So yeah, that is my 17-minute story time about a positive experience going out, which normally I don't have. Normally, when I go out, I'm kind of tolerating it for a lot of the time, and I'm just there because it's like I'm in college, so I have to go out, I guess, and my friends want to. But I actually had a ton of fun this night, so I'm very, very happy with that, and I hope you guys are happy for me. And that's about it. So, yeah, happy to share a positive update for once. I don't even know if I've ever done this in my life. So, yeah, good night, gal.